Where are my fashion girlies at? This one's for you. 15 years ago, I didn't budget or plan for anything. I would buy a new outfit every week in preparation for going out on the weekend. I'm so happy to say those days are over, and I may buy new clothes maybe once or twice a year, and I always have a plan and budget for it. As I've been perusing my closet lately, I've come across a few fashion statement pieces I want to invest in. In this episode, I'm sharing the 5 fashion pieces I want to budget for and add as staples into my wardrobe. Hey there, I'm Raya Reeves, and over a decade ago, I turned my life around through budgeting. I went from being an overspender deep in credit card debt to being the founder and full-time money coach of City Girl Savings. Now, I help women work towards their dream life and tap into their financial power one budget at a time. I fully believe you can live a life you love with a budget, and I'm living proof. The weekly City Girl Savings podcast focuses on the intersection of money and the City Girl lifestyle. Join me every week along with some special guests as I share my experiences, advice, and guidance on navigating life and money as an experience-loving millennial. Now, if you know my story, you know there was a point in my life where I very much valued material things. I would spend my last dollar to buy a new top. I would rack up credit card debt to ensure that I had an outfit for the weekend's events. I was living in LA, and so there were always things happening. So therefore, I always needed new outfits. It got so bad that I had clothes with tags still on them years later. So meaning I spent so much money on clothes that I didn't even wear. Not only was it clothes, but I also had shoes that I'd never even worn. In fact, a few years ago, I did a major closet overhaul, and the result of my bad spending behavior stared right back at me. I'm proud to say that I got rid of so many clothes with that overhaul. I was able to get my closet down to a manageable size, meaning I could actually see what clothes I had to choose from when I would get dressed every day. It also allowed me to see what pieces I actually needed. I put myself in a position to save and budget for new items that came into my closet. And this is something that I want to continue moving forward. If you want to hear my story of going from overspender to City Girl Saver, make sure you check out episode number 1 of the City Girl Savings podcast. I'll make sure to link to it in the show notes. But going back to this notion of saving and budgeting and planning for things that I want to share with you the 5 fashion statement pieces I actually want to plan and budget for. The first one is a classic trench coat. And maybe it's because I'm in my mid-30s, or maybe it's because my style has evolved. But either way, I want to invest in a classic trench coat. So I'm talking like the tan colored long trench. I live in Texas, so I may not have very many opportunities to use the coat, but I want it when I need it. And I think it would also come in handy when I travel during the colder months or traveling to places that are colder. If I'm being honest, a Burberry trench coat would be everything. However, I'm not sure if I want to be saving for this trench coat for years. I'll need to do some research on what actually makes a quality trench coat and then determine a budget from there. I love that classic trench coats can be dressed up or down, making it perfect for any occasion. So this is definitely a piece I want to add to my wardrobe as soon as I start the planning process, budget, and save for it. The next piece I want to invest in is a little black dress. The last little black dress that I purchased was definitely in my 20s and definitely designed for a night on the town, meaning the dress barely covers my behind and is skin tight. Not only have I gained a few pounds since then, but my style has definitely evolved since then as well. I'm in need of a little black dress that makes me feel comfortable and confident. Form fitting is good, not deceptively tight. No, just form fitting, ideally knee length and sleeveless. My hope for this little black dress is that I could wear it so many different ways. I want it to be versatile. I want to be able to dress it up or dress it down depending on the accessories I pair with it. And because I plan to wear this dress relatively often, I actually don't mind spending more to get really good quality. Similar to the trench coat, I need to do my research, create a plan, and budget for it, and then go ahead and invest in it. And one thing I also want to keep in mind with this piece specifically is dry cleaning. If I do plan to wear this dress often, will it require dry cleaning? And if so, that's something that I need to consider as well. Are you loving this episode so far? Well, the money and life level up conversations never end in the City Girl Savings community. Visit citygirlsavings.com for instant access to resources that help you budget, level up your money mindset, and so much more. And make sure you stay up to date with CGS by following us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all at City Girl Savings. The next fashion statement piece I want to budget for are quality knee-high boots. So over the years, I've actually invested in knee-high boots of different styles. I have riding boots, heel boots, and even booties. Now, I know those are not knee-high, but I have a lot of boots, and I actually really love boots. I wish I could say that I've been 100% in love with the boots I've had up until this point, but outside of maybe one or two pairs, I really can't. One pair I remember vividly, my mom, they were black leather riding boots from Vince Camuto, and my mom got them for me for my birthday. I loved those boots. Oh my gosh. I wore them down. Like the leather was like peeling off. And I would have continued wearing them had my boyfriend not stepped on them and broke one of the straps. So unfortunately, those ones kind of had to bite the dust. And I haven't been able to find a pair to replace them. Maybe it's because I've never actually owned a pair of knee-high leather platform boots is why I want to invest in knee-high boots right now. That is exactly what I want. Knee-high leather platform. I think that would be stunning. I also think that black would probably be best for me just based on the color of my wardrobe. I'd be able to pair those boots with a lot of different pieces that I already have in my closet. However, I am not opposed to other colors for these boots. If I find the style, the actual style that I'm looking for, I will dress these boots with anything. I will tailor pieces around the boots. Now, while I do prefer leather for the boots, I actually would not be opposed to suede as well. I do think suede would require extra care, and the stains on suede can be ruthless, but it would be worth the work. I love wearing boots, so having a pair that stands out above the rest is very high on my want list. The next fashion statement piece I want to budget for is a black leather trench coat. Now, this particular statement piece is the newest on my list. Around Christmas time last year, my girlfriends and I went out to dinner, and one of my girlfriends showed up in a stunning black leather coat that was trench style. It was a little bit longer, actually, with a belt. Oh my gosh, she looked amazing, and the coat was amazing. And I think because I already want a trench coat, knowing that I have a black leather trench in my wardrobe would just be another great piece I could wear often. In fact, I could switch it out with my classic trench. So I almost have the same style coat, just two very different styles. So I definitely want to find a black leather trench that I can invest in. I know obviously the styles are very similar, right? Black leather trench versus a classic trench. But because of the color and fabric difference, it would be two very different coats, which means I could get more bang for my buck when styling outfits. I'm so inspired right now. I wish I could do a total wardrobe rehaul, but I will control myself and focus on these few pieces first. The final fashion statement piece that I want to invest in and budget for, at least right now in this period of my life, is a bold pantsuit. Back when I worked for the major financial institution, I had to travel to the corporate offices in California. And at that time, I actually purchased a light gray pantsuit and I loved it. I looked like a boss babe in that thing. It was definitely a more modest color with the light gray, definitely more modest than I would at least like now. But that was what was required of that pantsuit at the time. That was probably in 2018 or 2019. So, quite some time ago. And again, quite a few pounds ago. So, I still have that pantsuit, but it doesn't quite fit. And it's not exactly what I want at this point in my life. Now, I want a pantsuit in like a bold color, like red or fuchsia. I understand that I probably won't wear that suit as often as some of the other statement pieces that I'm really interested in investing in. But when I need it, I have no doubts that it will deliver. I could also wear the blazer or pants separately. So, a great color that maybe I pair down with other pieces. So, I can use this bold pantsuit for multiple purposes. I can pop with the entire pantsuit as my outfit. I can pare down the colors by just using the blazer or just using the pants. So, I can definitely make it versatile and serve multiple purposes. So, there you have it. The 5 fashion statement pieces I want to budget for. I've given a lot of thought to these pieces. I think they would all be great additions to my current wardrobe. And now that I have identified these pieces that I actually want to budget for, I can begin the research process. I can see what styles and feedback and reviews are out there and start getting clear on spending limits for each item. And once those spending limits are set, I can adjust my budget to start saving for those things. Now, what I'll probably do is do my research on all 5 fashion pieces, get a total spending budget that I'll want to have. And then as I reach the savings goal for each particular item, I will go ahead and make the purchase. So I don't have to wait until I have all the money all at once and buy all 5 pieces at once. I can save for everything all at once and then knock it out one by one. That's probably what I'll end up doing. I hope this episode encourages you to plan and budget for the things you want. We may not be able to buy everything all at once, but we can certainly put it together piece by piece and always get what we want. Thank you so much for letting me be the money coach in your ear today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the City Girl Savings Podcast and you feel empowered and motivated to take the next step in the journey to your dream life. Remember, if someone like me, a millennial who loves to travel, new experiences, and iced coffees can live a life they love on a budget, you can too.